Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very last panel / show of Iconicon 2022. And we are all here in the RetroBlasting studio to say thank you so much for being here and for attending our convention. We have a whole bunch of our folks that attended and worked on this convention with us this year. And so I'm just going to start bringing them in. We're going to start with Sal from 2 Cents Toys. Hi, Sal.
I get to go first.
You
it's the first time in my life ever.
Welcome to the after show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes, we're happy to have you as well. And you had a couple of streams today, I believe. How did those go?
They went very well. We had the Battle Royale for the toy aisle of the 90s, which I think went extremely well, thanks to the wisdom of one Bobby Valla. And we also did the TMNT movie stream where I got to profess my undying love for Secret of the Ooze.
Sal loves the ooze.
I do.
Yes, yes. Well, in addition to Sal, all the way from Canada, we have Ken from Toy Connections. Hi, Ken.
Hello. Happy to cross the streams for 2022. Happy to play second fiddle to Sal, come online second. And also, I kind of enjoyed Secret of the Ooze myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little.
One of us.
There we go. There we go. Yeah.
Well, all the way from Australia, we have Zazel from Sergeant Slaughter Slaughterhouse. Hello, Zazel. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good morning from Australia. What a wild roller coaster this has been. I don't want to get off. I want another ride.
I know. It's been a little I feel like I haven't slept in 5 days, probably because I haven't.
Right. I'm a little dizzy. I'm a little bit nauseous, but I'm willing to get back on the roller coaster again.
Exactly.
But you're not hungover, so that's okay, right? So.
No.
And from Seattle, we have Ryan Laserpants. Hello from 3POA Podcast.
I should have been introduced first.
Yes, you definitely should have, and that's my apologies.
Hey, the game show is over. You've lost the power, sir.
He was owning that, so he was just continuing on with that. If you did not see the old school Star Wars panel, you definitely need to check that out. So
that was a lot of fun.
It was very much. From up in New York, we have Matt Kearns from Matt Movie 611. Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining us. Did you have any streams today? Or were you blissfully able to just hang out and watch?
Yeah, I was just able to watch, thankfully.
Nice.
I'm watching my sister's dog. That's why if you hear Total Recall in the background, it's because the fireworks are going off. It freaks her out.
I see, Matt. I see you're outside of your normal studio environment. What's going on?
Because this is my sister's house. I'm watching her dog.
Oh, right. You're okay. So you're
actually, this is the lost and found at Joe Fest since my dad left me there. Wait, Dad, you're here?
Look, me and your mother don't love you.
You cheated. Matt won that.
Shots fired by me.
Super painful. And last but not least, of course, we have Bobby Valla and Tony Roberts.
Hi, I'm Bobby. This is and welcome to ValaCon 2022.
Yes.
Matt Kearns, Matt Movie 611. Quick question.
Yes.
Are you looking after the dog, or is the dog looking after you?
It sometimes feels like she's looking after me.
Okay.
Well, thank you all for joining us. I wanted to say really quickly, this particular stream, any super chats that you guys manage to give or are willing to give will all go 100% to our charity. We're still trying to raise a little bit of money to hit our goal. We set a very ambitious goal this year for $5,000. And as of the beginning of this stream, we are, let's see, I've got the totals here on a lovely little slide that I made. And we still need $1,500. So we did pretty well. We've made $3,470, not the least of which is from Bobby Valla's auction match, which very generous. And thank you so much again, Bobby, for that. So anything that anyone can give to help us get to our goal, whether you send it directly to RetroBlasting at paypal.com or you give us a super chat, we will send that directly over to the charity, and we will hit our lovely little goal on our website, and it'll be amazing. Canines for Warriors.
How much did you say we needed?
15. Let's see. I'll put it back up on the screen. 1529.79.
Yeah,
so
we got there.
$1,529.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, we got there. We got it.
Wait, you've already auction matched once.
Yeah, that's right. I can do it again, right?
I mean, you can do whatever you want, man, but
there's no rule against it.
welcome, Lio.
I was just trying to steal the stage from Laser Pants.
That's amazing,
Look,
Bobby.
Look,
That's
Bobby.
amazing.
Yeah, we hit our goal. We hit our goal.
Well done.
Well,
Thank you.
wow.
Time for action.
And
That is
some
Bobby
people on the internet and on YouTube think this guy's an asshole.
Me included.
Ronnie, you were on fire today. You got
Master
drunk on
Son says,
Super Chat, didn't you?
I was about
I
to
guess so.
donate, but if Bobby's going to do it, I'll back it off. I mean,
Master Son's kind of like that guy at the end of Conan the Destroyer after the monster's dead, and he gets on top, and then he like sticks his knife in it. It's like,
You've just become Bobby's favorite person for pulling a Conan the Destroyer reference.
true story.
100%.
So, wow, Bobby, that's amazing. I'm really
Wow.
blown away. I don't know what to say.
Well, Tony had a thought he wanted to express. Right, as we
Tony,
got started.
please go ahead.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you did. I thought Melinda started talking right as you started talking, but I apologize.
But yeah, possibly. But I've got a few. I've got one anecdote I would like to share at one point during the closing ceremonies. But while I do have the platform right now, I just want to say a huge thank you to the 5 of you there at RetroBlasting headquarters. Melinda, Michael, April, Tim Ward, and Matt Swafford for making me feel so welcome during my time in Georgia. It's been, but to say it's been the highlight of the trip, the whole trip has been a highlight of my life, really. It was an incredible experience, and I miss you guys already.
and now you're stuck with Bobby.
Look, I gotta step in. I gotta step in for a minute. I know that we're all having fun here, but I'd give anything to spend some time at Valaverse HQ sometime. I'd love to go down there and hang out with Bobby.
Yeah.
So it's unlocked for you, buddy.
Thanks, man. We gotta get together and talk about how much Robin Hood Prince of Thieves is not a bad movie and not a bad toy line over a few drinks or something. So
as long as you can talk while working, because you come here and you're just expected to grind.
I'll work. I'm very self-motivated. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've run a YouTube channel for 10 years with a lot of people just giving me crap for it. So
how do you think we're able to give all this money to charity? It's because of slave labor like you, and
I'm not I've really enjoyed the experience.
So
there's a few desert rats that will be getting shipped out on Monday that I actually licked.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dirty.
If I knew the name, I gave it a lick.
Well, Tony, would you mind putting some lipstick on and kissing the box of mine? Wait, what should I say? Can you kiss my box?
Wow. So I can't go all the way back, but I'm going to call out a few people who've donated to our charity in the last few minutes. So Scott Hughes, thank you so much. I saw James Salzberg, Jason Anderson, Victorian Sword, Chris Smith, 50 pounds. Thank you so much. Michael Hinkson, Anonymous, Will Laughlin, Andrew Sabina. Lots of you guys have gotten us over 1.2 thousand, which is up like $400-500 from where we were before. I Grew Up Star Wars. Looks like they get donated some. Master Son. Wow, $150.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much. You guys are just so generous. Joe Dickerson again, 125. So you guys are just the best. So thank you for that. I wanted to go around and as of 10 o'clock this morning, I kind of checked the totals of views that we had on a lot of our videos, and in the lead was Michael with his amazing Spider-Man. What was it? like complete Spider-Man story. And then we had the Dinosaurs TV show, Capitalism Killed the Dinosaurs, by Cold Crush Pictures, which was a new channel that we worked with this year, and it's gotten a lot of views as well. But again, all of these views keep growing over time. So I wanted to ask everybody what their favorite panels or videos that they saw this year were, or their favorite experience that they had. Anybody?
Matt, if you want to start.
I was going to go first, just because, you know.
You're in the front row. Go, man. Go.
My favorite panel, a little bit self-serving, was the Monster Squad panel with Andre Gower. It was just such a treat, and he was such a good guy. And it was just a really fun, interesting conversation, I feel like. And my favorite pre-recorded piece is the movie oubliette Highlander 2.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I laughed out loud like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, I laughed. I cried. It was better than Cats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Way better.
Better than the Cats here. They bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about my cat, you guys, including Tony.
Oh,
sorry.
Jeff is in the house.
My cat attacked Tony, and he has battle scars from it, so I'm sorry about that.
Jeff
hey, Jeff.
Hey, guys, girls, everybody.
To answer the question, Melinda, I had a few favorite panels that I listened to. I really enjoyed the 3 POA 2 cents toys, one about modern versus vintage Star Wars figures, like Power of the Force versus vintage. And I also really enjoyed the one today with on Valaverse about the Ninja Turtles movie from 1990. I thought that was an excellent panel.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see a bad panel really in the bunch. I mean, everybody was on their A game for this entire convention, this entire Iconicon. And like my favorite pre-recorded video, it's as much as I enjoyed the Highlander 2 video from Movie Oubliette, there were a number of other videos, like Sal's Toys R Us Memories was really, really good. And you know, the Beast Wars one I saw from Lio Convoy, the comments were just, this is one of the most informative videos I've ever seen. Like, this is one of the coolest videos about Transformers I've ever seen. And it's hard to choose because I'm still catching up with some of the content, because some of it I literally fell asleep unconscious in another room because I just couldn't stay on my feet any longer. And some of it just conflicted with me prepping for other things. So I'm going to be spending the next few days going back through some of it. But I would like to say that in relation to all of that Melinda just asked, I made sure to try during every waking hour that I had. And like I said, some of my unconscious hours were involuntary, but every waking hour I had, I was trying to promote the next Iconicon stream on all the RetroBlasting platforms every time. And if I missed some of them throughout this 5-day period, I am going to go back and look and see which ones I did, and I'm going to signal boost those next week and make sure they get more views. So
awesome.
And one of the other ones I really liked was the Matt Movie 611 Last Starfighter retrospective, which is another excellent and thoughtful piece. So yeah.
Some standouts for me, if you don't mind jumping in. Some standouts.
Who are
for
you?
Me. Yeah, exactly. Some standouts for me. You know, right out of the gate, I got to point to Tony's video. Just him sharing his story is as powerful as that was. It was just amazing to hear his experiences and to see where he's come from and just what he's become. Tony's a person I've just genuinely fallen in love with over these years, and I just, I'm privileged to know you. Some other thing. Say that again.
You're gonna make him cry.
Also, I want to point out the game show. The game show, with the trophy that we gave out, that was just genuine fun. Torturing some of these guys, like, somebody would make an offhand comment. We would ask them a question about 20 minutes later, and they're like, I don't know. And another one that stood out for me was the Godzilla, the History Godzilla that was put on by Tokyo Toy Bastard. That came on at a weird time for me, so I had to catch it after the fact. But just watching that, and he realized that he didn't have enough time to get it all done, so he called it part 1. So I am genuinely looking forward to part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, go back, check that video out.
Definitely. April, you were going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really enjoyed the Monster Squad panel with Matt and Michael and Andre because I loved that movie as a kid. But being able to watch the Desert Rat story with Tony Roberts in the room was amazing. It was moving. It was incredible.
It was very incredible.
Thank you for sharing with us, Tony.
Yes, very much so. And I also really enjoyed the Desert Rat Reacts with Sal Trooper. Was one of the biggest laughs I got during the convention. I also really did enjoy Bobby's panel on the 80s movie villains. I know I was on that panel, but it was a lot of fun talking to you guys about movie villains. And my another one that, again, a little self-serving was the 90s movie soundtracks, which I don't know that we have. I know Zazel was there, and Matt. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to talk about and learn about some new soundtracks that I should check out, and sort of the idea that soundtracks are sort of like the musical version of what Iconicon is doing, which is exposing people to stuff they wouldn't otherwise necessarily check out, but can still really enjoy. So that was kind of fun.
I have to add two quick things and then I'll shut up. One, I'm reminded that I am now afraid that if Scuba's USS Flag ever tips over, it will kill him when it falls on him.
Right?
And, yeah. And also, just as one that I was a part of, Movie Oubliette's panel about the Star Trek Director's Edition 4K was a privilege to be on, as well as interviewing Jim Swearingen. I guess what I'm trying to say with all that is, I mean what I say when I can't choose, because there's just too much A-grade content this year.
So what I'm going to do is, Sal, since you've been here the longest, you were the first person to join in. We have Scuba and his wife Leslie in the chat, or in the backstage. I can't add them, but I want to get your feedback about what were some of your favorite panels this year, and then I may switch you guys out and let them come in and have their moment.
Actually, Melinda, you can keep Sal on and I'll leave since I have a bunch of background noise. It's probably better that we don't hear me, so I'll dip out.
Okay.
So
Listen to that mensch selflessly give his slot. Look, that's why we love you, Matt.
Such a nice.
Brian, you raised Laser Kids so well.
I did. I raised them right. It took
Well
a lot
done,
of beating.
Laser Pants.
Matt,
And he raises his
Matt,
glass to
before you
him as
bounce,
well.
Matt, before you bounce, I want to say that it was honestly a joy to hang out with you on some of these streams. I did really enjoy your last Starfighter video. It's one of the, it's a quick one, but it is so informative, and you can tell that you put a lot of thought into that one. So it's one of my personal favorites, and your channel is fast becoming one of my personal favorites as well. So it's an honor to meet you, buddy, and honor to be with you.
And Matt, what were your favorite things before you're in the back room?
Yeah, so some of my favorite stuff was obviously the Desert Reacts. I was dying laughing watching it over and over again. I loved the Power of the Force 2 versus Vintage. And what was great about it was it wasn't a debate like I think some people thought it was. Like there was a lot of love for both lines in the chat and on it. For ones I was a part of, I know the live chat was missing Tony, but Rambo Free War Stories was awesome.
It was.
Yeah, and I also really loved the Bill Allen and Andre interviews. I thought they were great. And something I'll just kind of end with actually is connected to the Andre. He was talking about Rudy's character in that movie and how like Rudy is the cool guy and everything, but actually he's kind of like a loner who's trying to find a group. And I said it in the live chat, like that's me with Iconicon. Like I finally feel like I've found a group of people who like genuinely are like, Matt, you make a lot of great content and we like you. And we think you're funny somehow. So this has been awesome, obviously, with Joe Fest and the meetup. It's been so cool to meet all of you that I was able to meet, and even through doing these panels, it's still fantastic. You guys are some of the best people I've been able to meet. I love you all. Can't wait for Iconicon 2023, in which I will reveal now. I'm starting work because Michael knows this series is a huge undertaking. My video next year will be my own personal retrospective on the young Indiana Jones Chronicles.
Ah,
very nice.
That'll be great.
Very nice.
So yeah, so look forward to that, guys. This was so much fun.
Stay in the green room. We nothing to say. We can't circle you back. Stay in the green room.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to thank you, Matt, and I'm gonna add Scuba Pete and his lovely wife Leslie. Hi, guys.
Cheers, everybody. Hello.
Hi,
Leslie.
How are you guys?
We're
Good.
doing great.
We
doing
miss you.
Great.
Yeah.
Miss
We
you
miss
already.
you.
Miss you guys.
Bobby, I've done a little modification with my Hoth diorama. The rebels are now protecting the Blantons.
Ooh. As they should.
Right?
As they should.
Scuba had a great satchel of booze that he carried around in Joe Fest with him all week long.
You just never know.
Different bottles.
I saw it.
Yeah, it was great.
So I do also have Chris Miwa in the backstage. So who would like to go next, and then let me bring Chris in their place? Any volunteers?
If you don't mind, Melinda, yeah, me and Bobby will. It's been a very long couple of days, so
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, answer the question. Tell us what your thoughts were on Iconicon, and then we'll let you jet.
Yeah. So real quick, a special thank you to Matt Swafford, Michael, Melinda, and the people who covered my panels yesterday morning. Those panels were proudly sponsored by Delta Airlines. Thank you guys for covering that. Look, I knew weeks out from Iconicon that one of the highlights for me was going to be Melinda's crossover video with Mubi Oubliette about Highlander, and it did not disappoint. I was in stitches watching that this afternoon.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah. Oh, the romance.
Oh, that's all Conrad. That's all Conrad.
Accent, but the whole thing's been incredible this year. Great celebrity guests. Everybody brought their A game. Really impressed with the whole planning committee, the whole experience, and I said a special something to a special person at the Iconicon meetup dinner, and I'm going to do it to her again. Leslie,
Thanks, Tony.
you are an absolute delight. Scuba, you're a lucky man. Your wife is just, the moment I met her, incredible.
Tony, you realize
you're going to make her cry all over again.
Super true. She is the best.
Agree.
No,
Yes.
real quick,
you,
I've got to tell this anecdote. I forgot all about it. So, I was at RetroBlasting headquarters for like 5 days, and I fell in love with this cat called Winston. And Michael had warned me earlier on the week. He was like, "You need to be careful because Winston can sometimes go like Rambo in First Blood, like where he just goes PTSD crazy." And I was like, "He's amazing." On the last morning I was there, he went mental and he was hissing at me and wanted to claw me. And
he knew you were leaving.
I'd gone up to my bedroom to get something, and I went to come back out and walk down the corridor, and he was standing in the middle of the corridor, and he was not going to let me pass in that door of blood. And I would just like everyone to know that Michael French came to my aid in his underpants and this vicious beast, and he protected me. Melinda was there too.
Wait. Why were you in your underpants?
Because I woke. It was that early in the morning, and
It was early in the morning.
We heard through the door.
I got out of bed.
We heard through the door that Winston was just going crazy.
Oh, okay.
And Melinda's now trying to pull up a quick picture.
I want to find a picture of Winston just so that I can share it.
Oh,
because,
Winston.
I didn't even show a picture of Michael in his underpants.
You know,
That's how he walks around the studio all the time. So
Yeah.
that's why the
That's
camera,
right.
That's why the camera's just at this level.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because I was like, wait a minute, we're misrepresenting here.
Well, that's the whole thing. Tony is now one of the few people outside of the core retroblasting, Melinda, myself, who has actually seen my legs. I don't know exactly how to feel about that, but I felt that in that instance it was necessary to put my pride aside for a greater good. So Melinda seems to be having some issues.
I don't. All of my all of my stuff is gone. But anyway, whatever.
No, it's because you're on Scarlet Raven and
no,
not.
it's not. I promise you, it's all gone. But anyway.
Yeah, I think you need to tell him.
We're not wearing pants.
Nice.
Should we tell
Hashtag commando.
And
prove it. Prove it.
Stand up.
I'm touching it.
Michael said he put his pride to one side, and I was like, yeah, and I know which side it hangs.
Winston was right up there, dear.
I know. I was trying to find a better picture.
We're going to sign off. But look, we in a very heterosexual way, me and Bobby are in love, so we went and got matching tattoos.
We did.
Wow,
Nice.
cool.
Wow. So let me
the Action Force logo.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
That's
Nice.
Can you
I
do
think
it
it should have been one of
again?
those-
Can you show it
It should
again?
have been one of those hearts that has the crack down the middle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we should have got a heart around it.
Yeah.
They also have
you
matching
got one
lockets.
half of it, and I should have got the other half of it.
Nuclear blood in it.
Oh,
It's gone too
I'm
far.
gonna show a really quick picture of Winston. There he is.
Oh, it's Winston.
Winston's vicious. Don't let him fool you.
So
The
innocent.
picture doesn't show the scale, right? I'm a rough, tough ex-special forces soldier. I'm not scared of a little cat. But Winston is actually 300 pounds and 60.
He's a cougar.
He means business.
No, look, thank you everyone for making my trip to America so amazing and feel so welcoming. RetroBlasting crew, I'll ride and die with you guys. I love you all. Me and Bobby are signing off from Valaverse headquarters.
See you guys.
Thank you guys.
Take care, guys.
Safe travels, Tony.
See you guys.
Thanks for everything.
Bobby.
Take care.
All right. So
Whoa, who else disappeared?
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So I'm gonna start adding in the people who've been waiting in the green room. So Chris Miwa, thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Chris.
It's pretty late
The
where you
fan
are,
is
so
here.
thank you.
It's only a little late. It's getting daylight soon.
3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Pearl.
Oh, puppy.
Doggy.
So I have some more people in the green room, but I want to go through and have everyone have their chance to talk about like their favorite moments or any stories you'd like to share. So who would like to go next? Anyone?
We can go.
We can go.
Because I'll get back
Okay.
to moderating, which I want to say with the schedule this year, I loved it because I got a little bit of a break to, like go to the bathroom, have some food.
I didn't have to work as hard.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
didn't have to have Leslie sub in as Scuba, that much. I mean, she still did. But
Well, you were a real
not
trooper
near
on this
like
one.
it was.
Like you did a lot for this, Scuba. Like every single live chat, there was Scuba Pete and the blue wrench next to him. Like just every single panel. It didn't matter if it was 2 a.m. somewhere in the world or 11 p.m. somewhere else. Guaranteed, Scuba Pete was in there.
He's a moderator on like 18 different channels.
Yeah, I think I am.
Might be more like 25 channels after this Iconicon. So.
I thoroughly enjoyed your video, Lyle, on SWAT cats because I knew nothing about it, and now I want to jump into that.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, did I steal your? Did you like SWAT cats?
I did like it. Though.
Yeah. I also like the Jim Swearingen interview. I mean, that was ridiculously cool to get all that Kenner inside baseball.
Yeah.
What about you?
I like the premiere of what was it, Desert Rat and
Desert Rat reacts with Trooper Sal.
Yeah.
We got a preview, and I laughed just as much the second time as I did the first.
You can hear all the other layered jokes that are like rapid fire.
And surprisingly, YouTube's automated closed caption system actually does a good job of most of the dialogue in that thing too. I was shocked. It can actually interpret what Sal is saying through that helmet, which I thought was amazing.
It helps when you sound like Microsoft Sam already.
Oh, well, it's so good meeting everyone. We had such a good time and look forward to the next time and miss you all.
Miss you all.
Yeah, me, April, and Leslie spent a long time in the Iconicon meetup back room where everybody checked in and everything, and we got to do all kinds of gossiping and stirring the pot a little bit with some of the guys. It was really great. We got to like control the output of all the cookies. It was really, a power trip that I'll never forget, So,
Yes.
so thank you, Leslie. You were a great cookie companion. Please come back
Well,
sometime.
thank you guys. You've done a lot more than I have, and it's been a pleasure. So thank you.
Yeah, it was definitely a pleasure. So thank you very much.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye. Leslie.
I am going to add Mike Alonso from Clobbering Times. Welcome, Mike.
Oh, hello, my friends. I just want to drop in briefly. I don't want to take anyone else's space, but hello, wonderful friends. What a great con it was.
Yes.
I have not seen all of it yet, but what I've seen, I've really enjoyed. And of course, great meeting Matt again and Jeff. You guys were great on the panel the other night.
That was fun.
I'm honored to be a part of it. Thank you so much, my friends, for including me. Michael, Melinda, you're the best.
Oh, thanks.
No, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks for having us on.
And I just want to say, though, Melinda, I do love you a little bit more than Michael because I don't want to get in trouble with you. I just want to make sure that that's understood.
Well, I mean,
I appreciate that, Mike.
and technically, you are her friend first.
I was your friend first, so
Michael,
I'll take that.
I love you, man.
No, I know that,
I
but
love you both.
I'm also accepting the tactical position that you're in, and I firmly support that. You are Melinda's friend first, sir.
I cultivated Mike as a friend. I met him just completely randomly at Dragon Con, and that takes something for an introvert to just totally speak to a person that you don't know at all. And yeah,
That was a wonderful time. But Michael, I have been, and I shall be your friend. I would steal the Enterprise and go to the Genesis planet for you anytime, brother.
Same. And I'd steal it because it's the refit and it's the real Enterprise.
The real deal. And it's 40 years old, not 20, Admiral Morrow. And hey, we reach, brother.
That's right. And we wouldn't let it get blown up either. We're too smart for that.
No. But
No.
we're smarter than Kirk, though.
No, but Kirk can't defeat script foibles like the Enterprise only being 20 years old and then, hey, you're going to blow up your ship to solve this problem. Kirk would never have done that in the original series. In fact, he was asked to do that many times and didn't. So,
well, the automated system was overloaded, and the Klingons at that point, what really options were there? But there you
True.
We're arguing about Star Trek 3 on the wrap-up party. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, well that's the whole thing. We just did a mini panel. We just did an Iconicon mini panel for everybody.
Clip that, everybody.
Any favorite moments, Mike?
Oh, there's so many that I have not got to see yet. But I tell you what, I loved the Islander 2 video. I just got there watching that. You guys did a sensational job on that.
Thank you.
And it was wonderful. And Michael, that Spider-Man video is out of this world. It's really fantastic, man.
Oh, thank you. Coming from you, I mean, that is huge praise because you are our resident comic book expert. So,
yeah,
really, thank you, man. That means the world to me. That really does.
Oh, dude, I loved it. You just did extraordinarily well on that. And that Star Trek The Motion Picture restoration panel yesterday also was terrific. I had a bunch of my friends who were big fans of that film were watching it, enjoying it, and just Raquel was so blown away by what great guests you had and how well spoken those gentlemen were. They're really terrific.
That's Conrad for you, movie Oubliette. Conrad
yep.
gets all the credit for that. You
Hail
might have
Conrad.
noticed. Yeah, you might have noticed that I was just sitting there as these guys talked, and thank goodness they were so verbose and just effusive. and I was just like, you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine to sit here and just listen to this.
I mean, especially after only 2 hours of sleep, you were like, okay, that's fine.
I got my two questions in. I was honored that you and Raquel were there in the chat, and I noticed both of you there, and it was great. It was great to get that info from those guys.
Yeah,
it really was. She's trying to get them to do it. They had the Fathom events screening of the thing. I went to the theater to see it a few months. Well, they're not getting it in Canada anywhere up there. She's trying to rally somehow, try to get them to run it up there once. So she really just loves that movie, and so do I. I mean,
sure,
it's I know. Remember how unpopular that movie used to be, and now it's aging so well. And
yeah.
It's amazing what happens to a movie when you actually give it the attention it deserves. It usually ages quite nicely, but otherwise,
I mean, unless it's Sharknado.
Well, just wait. 20 or 30 years from now, Sharknado.
Oh, I know. It's going to be a lot of people love it now. So what do I know?
Well, Sharknado 16 kind of fell off.
I'll take off, Melinda, now if you got more people waiting.
Well, we want to make sure we hear from you.
I don't have anybody in the green room right now, but
Jeff just wants to go.
Jeff wants to go. Jeff, do you have any thoughts before you leave?
I really enjoyed the G.I. Joeberg, which year is the best.
Okay.
Yep, and then I also really enjoyed the Monster Squad one, to the point where I went out right after that and watched the movie again. I hadn't seen it for a few years, and so I had to go watch it again, and it's freaking awesome. But even better yet was just meeting everybody at Joe Fest and the meetup, and just phenomenal to meet everybody. I mean, everybody in the chat, everyone on the show here, and I couldn't have asked for a better trip. That kind of happened last minute for me, and it was great.
Yeah, it was great to meet you.
Thank you for opening up everything for us. Your whole area. You're putting together the meetup at the store. The store was amazing. I spent way too much money there. And yeah, it was great.
You're not the only one.
It was good meeting you, Jeff.
Jeff, thank you also for reminding me about the excellent work that G.I. Joeberg did. I sat down this morning and watched their entire Renegades premiere.
Yeah, that was great too.
Yeah, and Matt and I were on their G.I. Joe, which year was the best stream, and that was a lot of fun too. Yeah,
oddly enough, that's one of the only channels when I put it on our YouTube, on our TV, my wife will sit down and watch. I think it might have something to do with Steve.
It might. Possibly. Yeah.
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 He's on now. I don't remember.
He's just so nice.
He is.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, he's very nice.
Yeah.
He's very nice.
Yeah.
He actually is. He's super responsive and gives me all of the videos on time. So I have no complaints.
Either does she. You guys, thanks. I do have to go.
Thank you, Jeff.
Okay.
Take care, Jeff. Have a good one.
Bye. See you,
Take
Chris.
care, Jeff.
Bye. All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next if that's all right.
Yeah, Zazel. What you got?
Well, so first of all, I want to say thank you for inviting me on to Iconicon this year. It was unexpected and has not gone unappreciated. It's been an absolute blast. I had to take the week off so that it wouldn't interrupt work, wouldn't interrupt Iconicon. And I've taken the next week off just so I can recover and get my sleeping pattern back in order. As far as I want to give Ken's video a shout out, the expanding the range. It's a great video. If you haven't checked it out, please
Thank you,
do.
Zazel. Appreciate that.
It's one of my favorite ones from Ken's. It's hit his top 3 in my opinion for his best videos.
Thank you so much.
Another reason is because expanding the range has kind of been a theme for me, because not only has Iconicon given me an opportunity to pick up some movies or films that I haven't watched in a while or haven't seen at all, to go and check those out, but expanding the range also in soundtracks that I should go and have a look at, and a book as well. I wrote down a title of a book that I need to go and check out as well. So it's really just opened up that whole experience for me as far as learning is concerned. I get to hang out with the guys over at Movie Oubliette, which I know they're a podcast primarily, and I need to go and check that out. But those two guys have got such great presence that I would love to see them do more on YouTube as well. They got fantastic voices, don't get me wrong, but they've got a great video presence too. So I'd like to hope that they do some more of that there. I think the Spider-Man one really took me back to my childhood. So I was really happy to sit through that and enjoy that for that experience. And watching the Renegade series was actually an emotional experience because I was actually a part of that one. And so to see the end of that, and it's been over a year since it started, to see that the final piece of the puzzle all come together on that was it was a long and winding journey and an emotional ending. But so thanks again for having me on here.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciated all of your content, and I personally appreciated how responsive you were and how helpful you were. So that's always wonderful when I'm trying to coordinate a ton of things. So
we also just hope that Iconicon has a positive effect on your YouTube channel as far as growth and subs and views and everything like that. Obviously, it's going to take about a few weeks to a month to shake out and see how everything works, just like it did last year for everybody. But we want every channel to benefit from this. We're trying to break the YouTube algorithm, as it were, and force YouTube to recognize independent voices. So
well, if it does, then I appreciate it, but at the moment I'm really just in the moment and enjoying the experience. So it's if that is a positive after effect of all this, well, then that's just icing on the cake.
You've had a few subs boost ups, Dazel. I've been watching your sub count.
Yeah, Ken watches
a little bit. Because the thing is, every time I catch Zazel in subs, he gets like another 50 or so. Then I catch up, then he gets another 50 or so. Not that I'm competing or anything like that.
I mean, not that I'm looking, but
no, never. But thank you for the kind words on my video there, Zazel. Much appreciated.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Yeah.
I'm Chris. It must be like 4 a.m. where you are. Why don't we give you a chance to speak so you can go back to bed, my friend? Like, what the heck?
It's almost 4 o'clock midnight here. The dog is looking at me. What are you doing? I'm sitting downstairs, not in the toy room, because the missus is sleeping next to the toy room. So I'm keeping the volume down, but I'm not going to go to sleep till this is over. This has been so much fun, and I want to see it through to the end. And what a ride this has been, guys. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. What do you think your highlight is?
Well, first, I want to do a shout out to all the mods. All I think I posted it in a message. All the unsung heroes, they were there from the start. In every stream, they were there in so much numbers, and we could not have done this without you, knowing that you were on watch and doing what you do. So, big shout out to all the mods. And
amen to that.
It's hard to pick a favorite. I really enjoyed seeing a lot of new channels on this Iconicon. So I just want to, Xazel, it's been awesome, a delight, and getting to know your channel even better through this. That's great. It's Ken we have here, and I really love, and I always do a shout out for him. I don't know if he's still awake. Jody, Gen X Toys Geek, on the Lion Convoy panel about 90s Transformers.
Yep.
It was great that we got Jody on this Iconicon, and I just hope he's going to be back next year with a bit more content. But it was great seeing everybody, and what a highlight that Renegades video was. I'm going to say it again to our friends from Joe Burke. We love Joe Burke at Chasing 80s, and those guys delivered, didn't they? Wow.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, we watched it upstairs on the TV.
It's an amazing production, and I'm glad that they finally were able to put all of it together in one big epic, feature length experience.
Yeah, I was saying it's sort of like they've taken away of like when we were kids and we would play with toys, and in our minds everything was so epic, and they've found a way to translate that into like a filmic type version so that you could still enjoy these toys in a way that's, it's really innovative and kind of a cool idea to sort of view it back through the eyes of a kid again. It's pretty awesome idea.
Yeah, it's the best G.I. Joe movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever since they started saying G.I. Joe movie, there have been officially 4, 1 animated, 3 live action, and they were all dogs. So this one really was a cut above.
We're gonna get a lot of hate.
Yep.
I can confirm that Steve does do all of the action sounds, all the grunts, all the voices in the moment while he's filming it as well.
Oh, really?
So that was really exciting to see the behind the scenes there. I got to hold the camera sometimes. I got to run behind him with some of the vehicles. I got to voice Sarge, which I'm always happy to do. But it was
always. Yep. And I heard Paul does all the music for him as well. So they got a good production.
Shout out to Paul for the music, the score. Good stuff. Chris, I want to say your Skeletor, I didn't want to call it cosplay. I just 100% believe that you are Skeletor in disguise. It's too good.
It's true.
I did really enjoy your Masters of the Universe comparison. I like that it was they were handled in a way that there are companions to each other and not one is better than the other. And I really like that perspective on it. And obviously seeing Scuba Pete's flag. Oh, what a great setup.
Wow. With the lights,
Thank you, Xavier. Thank you so much, mate. This is it's been, I still can't believe that we were part of this, and we did. I think we did something good here. All channels, we definitely made a difference on that YouTube landscape with Iconicon, and I think that's the biggest treasure to get out of this. The change. I think we made a change there.
Yeah, that's what I've always wanted, Chris, and I'm glad that that's the feeling you get too. Is I just always wanted a way for, and again, I didn't create Iconicon. Melinda and Tony created it, but But when they were planning it 2 years ago, I said my only objective with this, the only thing I'd like to see from this is that small and medium-sized channels finally have a way to, band together and get their signals boosted to broader audiences, so that all the boats are lifted on the tide at once. Because there's a lot of lone wolves out there on YouTube that are just happy to leave other people behind, and I just don't see it that way. I don't like living life that way. So that's kind of what I wanted from Iconicon, was the feeling of community.
Yes.
And all of us together. So
yeah. Well, you guys have built a very cohesive community. Like I just noticed, everyone kind of knows everyone, and everyone who doesn't know everyone, they just get along kind of organically and naturally. It's been quite an experience.
Yeah, and
in the chat room too. In the chat room, you see a lot of community there.
Yeah.
Ken and I, we have a lot of regular viewers that come in and hang out in the chat, and to see our chat blow up with people that we don't recognize as far as names are concerned it was great to see that whole community come on over and join some of the classic bunch as well. So
yeah, and that's exactly what we were hoping for, is because we sort of comb throughout the year and look for channels who are doing a great job and may not have a huge subscriber count, but deserve a bigger subscriber count. And it's really hard sometimes to get over that 1,000 mark or hit those milestones on YouTube early on. And I know we struggled with it, and so it's sort of like we're still struggling with it. But I mean, having other people around who are like, yeah, we got you, bro. It's just a really nice feeling to not feel like you're totally out there alone on the platform. So
let's get you guys to 100,000. Hopefully this summer.
And let's get Movie Oubliette to 1,000.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's got to be soon. They're too good not to jump that hoop.
Yes.
I mean, 3POA hit 1,000 yesterday, right?
Oh, good.
We did.
Yeah, Movie Oubliette crossed 800 during the stream the other day.
Yeah. So I mean,
It
people
is
are growing.
It is a damn shame that Movie Oubliette does not have 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
the quality of content is. It really is amazing. That Highlander 2 panel they did, or video they did with you, Melinda, was, I told you earlier, was excellent.
Thank you. Yes, and that was primarily Conrad, although we worked on it for a number of months, doing watching. I watched so many times. I had to watch Highlander 2, all the versions, and so I definitely suffered for the video. But yeah,
the video brought back enough memories where I was like, I don't need to watch it again. This is good enough.
You watched it, so I don't have to.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. No, I mean it was really, I'm proud of it, and I'm always proud of the stuff I do with them because they work really hard as well. So, like many of you, when you're working with somebody who's putting their all into it, it's just a really good feeling. They're not phoning anything in, so it's nice. So just I'm not ending this, but I want to let you guys know, at the end of this, we have a lovely little video clip that you should stay tuned for. Just, even if you're not on the screen anymore, you should stay tuned and watch the end of this video. It's going to be really good. So anybody else, any thoughts on your Iconicon memories, thoughts, best moments?
Well, I mentioned the Highlander 2 premiere video from Movie Oubliette. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch a ton of Iconicon content.
Yeah.
Just because you guys know stuff going on over here. But what I did catch, Zazel, your video on the Attitude Era of WWE.
All right. Yes.
That, man. Yes. It made me want to go back and watch that old stuff because that was really my era. And I haven't revisited it too much. I haven't been into wrestling since, but that was excellent. That was well done.
Thank you. I can get you back into wrestling, Ryan. Just shoot me a private message. I'll just send you a whole playlist until you're like, okay, I don't want to talk to Ken. I'll just mute him for.
Maybe I'll just revisit the Attitude Era. I don't know about all that, but of course,
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Ryan. It was a great hangout for us. It was just great to hang out and talk wrestling. It didn't feel like work, It was just good old fashioned fun. So if you found some enjoyment out of that, that was great. I got to talk Sarge, which is never an issue for me. And Sergeant Slaughter did a little bit of an intro promo for it as well. So it's always good to hang out with a bunch of like-minded people and just talk about things that you enjoy.
Always.
Just as a really quick little 1-minute thing, I wanted to share because I think it's fun nostalgia. So as we're closing down the convention, Sal had pulled together a bunch of some fun 80s commercials that many people just snippets of commercials, and we were going to play it during the game show in between the three segments, and we didn't get a chance to do that. But I wanted to play it now just because there's some really fun stuff, and I think it's sort of a fun little trip down memory lane here at the end of Iconicon. So it's only about 1 minute and 20 seconds long, so I'm going to play that now.
Good time, great taste. That's why this is our place. Good time, great taste of McDonald's.
Now, it's here. The excitement, the adventure of a new force at breakfast. We'll call them C-3POs. Encyclopedia Britannica.
Encyclopedia Britannica. Now you tell me.
Join the G.I. Joe team as they furiously battle the evil forces of Cobra.
Watch your home, now you're my one and only. Pound puppy, you're my one and only puppy dog.
Sam Goody got it.
We've got it. Summer savings at Sam Goody. Pick up Theater of Pain from Motley Crue.
My mother always told me I'd go far.
E-S-T-N-E-S, creamy white, dreamy white.
Duck hunts and more like baseball and Excite Bike. And you can play them only on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Big taste, honeycomb, big taste. Honeycomb big, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not small.
No, no, no.
I'm talking quarter pound of beef on the hot side.
And the hot stays hot.
The new McDLT.
Hot, hot.
That's great.
How could
That
you
was
not
fun.
smile during that? Man, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was great.
Oh, creamy white.
I had to watch hours and hours and hours to make it.
We had to have a payoff on that, Sal.
I appreciate it.
Nice job. Nice. Was that Andre the Giant?
Yes, it
It
was.
was
Yeah, it was
Andre,
Andre
yeah.
the Giant. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Pound Puppy stuck in my head now.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's better than that Nestle white chocolate one.
No, there's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than that. So yeah, anybody else? Thoughts, feelings?
I
Anything we
am,
haven't touched on?
I am bequeathing my my Sal Trooper to Ryan after watching his trivia panel, because you're much more an apathetic stormtrooper than I am.
Oh, thank you. I did want to bring up Sal's video, the trip down memory lane, remembering Toys R Us.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that, and I'm proud that I was able to contribute to that. So thank you for asking me, Sal. But that hit me right in the feels, man. Toys R Us was such a big deal to me as a kid, and to my kid, you know, and his first few years on this planet, his first 7 or 8 years. It was a tradition for us. So to hear everyone's story, Zazel's story about Toys R Us was really awesome.
Yeah, and also Ryan, congrats on winning the trivia and
Yes.
the game show in general. You get this. We're gonna send you this really awesome dude here.
Oh, that's awesome. I will display it proudly amongst the collection. Thank you. And Matt, you were a worthy foe. Tony, not so much. But
Pass
you,
that torch.
Yeah, I was a little off my game. I didn't come to win that day.
What do you?
But next year.
What can you do?
Next year.
Okay.
I think I'm going to have nightmares about Steven Seagal, though. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. He was a surprise winner of that one.
Yeah, that's a terrifying situation right there.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only person we haven't heard from is Lio Convoy. Any thoughts, Thomas, before we wind this down?
Well, I really enjoyed, of course, Michael's video on Spider-Man. That was a lot of fun because I actually had no idea about how Spider-Man was printed in the UK because I'm an American. I enjoyed G.I. Joe Berg's action figure video. I had to cut out in the middle of it because I had to handle a situation, but like the sheer amount of work and passion that went into that was just really fun to watch, and I'm going to go back and finish watching it hopefully tomorrow. I enjoyed quite a few of the panels, and again, I'm not even a Star Wars fan, but the video or live stream where Michael's talking to one of the guys behind the original Star Wars line was really interesting, just to hear about the zeitgeist of how things operated then, and that it maybe wasn't as purposeful as people may want to think it is, and that made it a lot more interesting to, I guess, be involved in. I, of course, enjoyed the Sal and Tony Reacts video. I think I'm one of the few people who got Sal's Ren and Stimpy reference. And I got some other videos I need to go back and watch because I've been at work this entire week. But it was a lot of fun to witness the panels that I was able to go into, like while it was active and live. And I'm sure I'll enjoy everybody else's stuff. Of course, Movie Violette obviously does like high quality stuff, and they do genuinely like deserve more than they've gotten. I'm still trying to figure out how they're not like soaring above everybody. But it was a lot of fun, and I look forward to next year.
And don't sell yourself short, Lyle. I'm only halfway through your Beast Wars video because I had to start the Star Wars trivia panel. But thanks for being a voice for us Beast Wars fans.
Well, Matt carried that video quite a bit of his own, but that video alone, that was a nightmare. Not because of like the topic, but Hasbro is so anal about copyright stuff that I had to edit that video absurdly multiple times. And at first I struggled because the aisles I had were MKV and didn't want to import, so I had to find them in MP4. That video was a nightmare to make. It was just a nightmare to make.
Well, I mean, Lio, you should have known that, Hasbro is a wonderful company. And, they were gonna, not work with you, but that's because, I understand their difficulties and what a wonderful company they are and the challenges that they have to face. And, they're a saint, they're a martyr to everything that is.
They're about to be a martyr to keep it up.
Well, I enjoyed being on that one with you, Thomas. So thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. I really appreciate you having a perspective, being older than me and having the.
You're old.
No, you have to understand. Like 9 times out of 10 in the other circles I run, I am the old man. So having number one people on that were older than me for my Transformers stream, which was an absolute disaster, unfortunately, for different technical reasons. My mind was all over the place there. But also having Matt's viewpoint as somebody who was an adult for the most part when Beast Wars came out and being able to tackle it from a Generation 1 fan perspective that I can't really do, because while I was a cognizant of Transformers when I was a little kid, like by the time Transformers ended, I was 5 years old. So Matt's going to have a different perspective, and I really appreciate him giving me his time and working with me on that, because it was very much so seat of my pants in some cases, because I get so bogged down with a ton of other stuff. So I appreciate his patience, and I, of course, appreciate Melinda's, because the Beast Wars video wasn't finished completely. Everything ran through until last night, and she's been extremely patient when I don't really deserve it this entire panel.
Well, we did have fun. Oh, sorry, Melinda. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead, Ken.
I was just going to say that, Thomas, cut yourself some slack there on the Transformers in the 90s stream. I think, Zazel, you were on that one. Jody was on that too. I think we had a lot of fun, and a lot of us were just really impressed. Like, I thought, Thomas, that I knew Transformers. And some of my viewers, albeit not all of them, think that I know Transformers. Then I run into Lio Convoy, and we're talking, and he's bringing all these obscure names that I've heard before that I haven't heard in the last 10 years. And I'm like, I think I know this guy, and I think I may have watched that series. So, cut yourself a little slack.
Yeah, Leo Convoy, you're giving me some homework to do, and I appreciate you having us on that stream. I didn't feel like it was a disaster. I had a lot of fun.
Well, it was when I say disaster, I don't mean as in like our conversations. That was a lot of fun. Like there was apparently audio issues on my end. I completely forgot to put the Iconicon bumper until after we started. That's what I'm referring to as far as disaster.
Yeah, but see,
watching that icon come slide up into the screen last minute was very humorous. But yeah, it was good. It was a good.
But the thing about the Iconicon bumper is that it's it's good at the beginning and at the end.
Yeah.
So like I had a stream, I can't remember exactly which one it was, where I didn't realize an obsolete profile of stuff was in StreamYard, and I saw Iconicon bumper or whatever, and I clicked it, and it was last year's when I got started, and I went, oh, that's weird. So I said, well, I'll go see what profile I need to grab in the middle of this, and then I'll just end it on the new one. So that's it's not a big deal.
And I'm looking forward to next year because I already know what I'm doing. I just need to work towards it because I need to acquire some things if I'm going to do what I want to. But it'll be interesting, and hopefully it'll go off well, and hopefully I'll be able to do it more than just the last minute and life won't throw a billion different things at me while I'm trying to.
Well, like last year we were just kind of getting our feet under us and we learned a lot of things. And this year, I'm sure, like after a little bit of time goes by and we've all caught up on our sleep, we can learn some more stuff. But I think that this year went much more overall. My opinion is it was much smoother. We had more time, like I think it was Scuba Pete said, in between panels to kind of breathe a little bit and have, meals and go to the bathroom. And that's probably true of the viewers as well. So, but I think overall it was really well done, and everybody kind of knew what we were doing this year. Even the new folks seemed to just fall in place, and everything worked great. So,
if there's anyone that should take the majority of credit for this whole thing, Melinda, it's you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is
Thank
you
you.
and your spreadsheets and your meetings and your messages. It's much appreciated. The con was a success in most part to you. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate it. And all of the folks who worked, all of you guys helped make this happen. Like truly, like everyone worked really hard on their content, which is not easy. So, and we've raised a huge amount of money for the charity. Let me see where we are now. We're at 1.8. Hang on. I'm going to update our amount because you guys in the chat have been super amazing. At this point, even without Bobby's additional help, we only are short $581 at this point of reaching our $5,000 goal for Canines for Warriors. And I know Bobby said he would help, fill in the blanks so that we can hit our goal, which is amazing. But it does mean a whole lot to be able to make a difference in other people's lives. And, that's kind of, a nice way to feel like you're giving something back to the community and to other people. And so I just thank all of you for helping us do that.
I'd also just like to throw a shout out to all the viewers in the audience, and especially the usual suspects. I mean, there were so many, just watching a lot of the live chats, there were so many of the same people just watching every single one and participating. And we love you guys. And
And it really helps us. Like when we're working our butts off to see you guys are there and chatting in the chat room, and it helps us to feel like we're not just in an empty room doing this. Like you guys are there supporting us, and it means a lot.
Somebody wants to throw a party and nobody shows up.
And they are overwhelmingly positive. Like I can't believe how encouraging and positive some of these chats have been. It's so. I mean, in the world of YouTube comments, wow. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of times when we're looking at YouTube comments, right, babe, it's not always a pleasant experience, but you guys make us feel like we're just walking into a room filled with friends. So thank you, truly. So all the feels here at the end of all things. And somebody just anonymously gave $100. Wolfie just gave $20. So you guys are just blowing me away.
Nice.
So any final thoughts before I wind this down?
I'd
I
like to
can't
pay
believe
tribute
it's
to
over.
I'd like to pay tribute to Michael's Spider-Man video for a second. Again, as I said, I mean, all the videos are so great. You taught me stuff on that one, buddy. And
that's saying a lot.
It really, it was amazing. I love learning about the UK stuff. I thought that video was a marvelous, amazing, spectacular team up of tales that are friendly and completely sensational, untold, unlimited, filled with webs that will endure until 2009, 2099 and beyond. I got all the Spider-Man titles in there.
I noticed that.
Michael.
I picked up what you were putting down, sir, and I am
I
impressed.
screwed it up.
No. I wouldn't have been able to get through that off the top of my head either without a little bit of a fumble. So good work.
That was a mouthful.
And while we're on the topic of Michael, I just want to say it was quite impressive to see that when Tony's flight got delayed and he was unable to host, Michael and RetroBlasting and Matt, you guys all just pivoted really quickly and sort of just hosted a stream, no hiccups at all. Everything just went really smoothly and just, kept going even when kind of some unexpected situations happen. So
I want to give an extra addition to that because Michael had, we stayed up fairly late, just kind of spending some time with Tony and hanging out, because I mean, how often do you see a guy who lives in Australia? And so we were up pretty late, like till 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and Michael had to get up and drive Tony to the airport, because of course, even though Tony was like, oh, I can get an Uber, you're like, at 3 a.m., I'm not really sure. So Michael was like, no, I'm going to drive him. So he got up after only 2 hours of sleep, drove Tony to the airport, came back, jumped on a stream at 7 a.m.
Well, the part of the story you need to tell.
Okay,
is
well, yeah, I was
the
asleep.
part where I got home, and then I guess you realized I hadn't come back to bed, and so you came downstairs. And what did you see?
I don't even remember.
Okay,
I literally don't remember.
So I got home after taking Tony to the airport. So now it's about 4:45 in the morning, and I did the math because his first stream was going to be at 7 a.m. our time. And I realized, well, that's the G.I. Joe Berg best years of G.I. Okay, so continue the story.
Oh, so I came downstairs. I was like, did he actually make it back? Is he dead on the side of the road? You know, I come down into the basement, and he set up this whole table with this beautiful tablescape of G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. It's been a long week, but and it was he was like totally dressed and awake, and I was like, how are you doing this? Like, I don't understand. And he did that panel, and then he did right after that we did the Rambo panel. I don't know how you just keep having the energy to keep going, but he did, and so I want to thank him as well for all of his just willingness to jump in there and just do whatever needed to be done. So thank you.
To quote another hopelessly skinny, weak little white guy, I can do this all day. I can do this all day.
I do want to commend Sal, who fought through fever. So if some of the things he said during his streams came off as, a little bit loopy, it's because he was delirious and he fought fever. And anyway, but we'd like to commend Sal for
and Ryan, who's got a lot going on in his life right now, and I don't want to share a lot of details, but I know you've got other things going on, but you still were on every single stream, giving it your all, having lots of laughs and personality. So I really appreciate all of you guys for pushing through whatever's going on in your lives to sort of make this great for the audience and for the rest of us. So thank you all for that, especially Ryan, Sal, Michael.
Hey, I'm just privileged to have been invited, so thank you.
I'm just happy to still be here.
We're happy.
Sal, I'm glad you're not dead.
Hope you're feeling better, buddy.
Makes one of us, Ryan.
I set him up, you knock him down. Huh?
All right. Well, I think that we're pretty much at that time. I have a fun little piece that it's not super long. It's only about a minute and a half long. That's going to be our closeout piece. And if everybody wants to say goodbye, thank you all so much for watching and for being here for us and for donating so generously to the charity once again. If anybody has, after this stream, if you're catching this late, we do have a Canines for Warriors official donation page. You can send us the money via PayPal, especially through like maybe the next couple of days, and we will put it in with the main donation that will go to the charity. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Any last words from anyone before I sign us off?
Hey, I can't wait till Iconicon 2023, man. Bring it on.
I have one last thing to say. It's very short. For all of you who are there on the screen, and all of you who were previously on the screen and then left, everybody we've worked with this year, and the people who couldn't be here, Oubliette, Joe Berg, a number of other channels. I want to work with all of you outside of Iconicon throughout the rest of the year and into 2023. In other words, over the next 12 months, I'd really like us to all keep collaborating on some level. I know we're all working on our own content and trying to keep those standalone videos going, and it's important, but I don't want you all to think that we only want to collaborate with you when it's Iconicon. We'd like to find opportunities to collaborate with you throughout the year. So I guess what I would say is don't hesitate to reach out if you have an idea, something you'd like to do with any one of the channels in this community. And if you are a channel that's being reached out to, please try to make that opportunity happen. We all, I'm guilty of trying to do too many things at once and then things get delayed, but I always keep my promises and things always do happen eventually. And I just want you all to know that I want to work with all of you. So don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
And then,
Thank you so much.
The last thing that I do want to say is in the description, you will find links to this gorgeous Iconicon exclusive Boba Fett that Chris Smith made. And you can certainly buy it. It's available for purchase right now from a couple of different links. And I wanted to say thank you to the U.S. Distributor, John Kelly, for all of his help in making this possible as well. So, yeah, it's a gorgeous figure. If you're interested in it, please go check it out on the links in the description of this video. And you will not be sorry because it's a beautiful figure. Both carded and uncarded are available. So with that, I'm going to play us out, and we will definitely see you next year at Iconicon 2023. Thanks for watching.
This is Jeff Hicks of World Class Bullshitters signing off from sunny Southern California.
This is Steve from G.I. Joeberg in Townsville, Australia, signing off.
This is Matt from Matt Movies 611, signing off.
Hi everyone, it's Chris from Chasing 80s Toys from the Netherlands in Europe, signing off.
This is Ken with Toy Connections from Vancouver, BC, Canada, signing off.
My name's Tez of Roland's Reviews. I'm part of the USR Universal Shopping Reviews live stream.
This is Matt from the USR live stream, Dorset, UK.
Hey everyone, Shabby here from USR, signing off. Thanks, Iconicon.
This is Zazel from Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse in Queensland, Australia. Signing off.
Hi, this is Serge of Cold Crash Pictures from Seattle, Washington, signing off.
Hey, it's Dan here, one half of Movie Oubliette podcast, down here in Melbourne, Australia, signing off.
Hello, Conrad here, the other half of Movie Oubliette in Cambridge, UK, signing off. Toodlepip.
This is Matt Swafford from Endless Bullets, the action movie podcast in Atlanta, Georgia, signing off.
This is Melinda from RetroBlasting here in Atlanta, Georgia, signing off.
I've been Desert Rat, and you have been Iconicon.